Well, hello everyone and welcome to Kingdom Death Monster. This is my review of the Gorm. Well, actually it's just called Gorm. I mean, some people just like to say the Gorm instead of just Gorm because it just makes a little bit more sense. Here's the review. We'll start off with the rulebook as always. As I turn over the page, we have a nice little illustration right here. And more importantly, we have, if I zoom in just a little bit like that, we'll have contents right here. This is it. This is the contents, and this is what you want to be just checking your game, just to make sure you got everything. We also have the rules to upgrade your core game and how to incorporate this expansion in a current campaign. Yes, you can actually add expansions just like that, even if you're playing a campaign already. And if you're going to start a new campaign, then it gives you the rules on how to do that. It's actually pretty simple. The Gorm is just one of those things where it's like, and start. Right, then you have some of the Gorm rules and the armor set that comes with the game. We also have then the story, which looks quite impressive and really nice. Okay, so now we come down to the showdown itself. Yeah, I do like this picture. It's a really gruesome type picture. And wow, this rulebook is really actually noisy. Let's zoom in a little bit. So as you can see here, that's the showdown board. Showdown board, the hunt board. Oh Jesus, like I've never played this game a few dozen times. Well, I haven't played it a few dozen times. I've played a lot more than a few dozen times. Anyway, we'll come down to the rules for level 1, 2, and 3. Got that's the showdown board set up. The rewards if you defeat it. I mean that's great. I love it. Have a let's zoom out a little bit more on that one because this is a really brilliant picture. It's part of a story event. That's not happened to one of my survivors just yet. So there you go. That's it. That's the rule book. It's pretty straightforward and simple. So how about all the other little bits and pieces? This is the main Gorm decks. You have the AI cards, hit locations, the hunt, and the resource. We also have the card divider. The card divider was actually one of the, well, let's just say the first version of the game, and it's a little bit big, so I did actually have to trim this down. Unfortunately, I probably should have actually just trimmed the bottom part instead of trying to cut top and bottom part. So there's a lot of black on the top part, so it's all kind of gappy, and that's really about it. I mean, you can cut whichever ones that you want. I mean, like I said, there was quite a lot of nothing right here. So anyway, enough about that. So we have the normal Gorm basic action and what they actually do card, the AI cards, a whole bunch of them. You get a few of the S cards, just a few L cards, like 3. That's kind of standard. A few A's and B's. Hit locations. I like those hit locations apart from the trap. No one likes the trap. Some really interesting hunt cards. Really interesting. And then we come just down to the resource cards. There's quite a lot there to pick. There's a good amount of organs right there. I mean, yeah, you got this one right here, which is either a bone, hide, or organ. So just like a basic resource with a question mark could be any. So that's really nice. You actually have one in here, but there's just a lot of organs. You know, one of them is right there, bone or organ. So take your pick, and it's all really good right here. There's nothing to complain about. The Gorm comes with a lot of Gorm gear to make, and oh boy, are some of these really nice. Oh wow, the black sword, for example, tough weapon to make, but it's a really good one to attempt to get. I mean, some of these are actually potions, and I mean, take your pick. I mean, where do you begin? Yes, it's not all weapons and armor. I think is like must be made. I mean, just think of some of the other little types, like the pulse lantern, for example. I mean, I really do like the pulse lantern. I mean, it is like on a D10 on a 4+, the monster's knocked down. That's it. Well, okay, everyone gets -1 accuracy tokens afterwards, but I think it's definitely worth a build. I mean, here you go. Check out the Gorm. There you go. I'm not going to show you all of them, but there you go. Activation: all non-death knocked down survivors stand and gain 1 armor points to all hit locations. It's amazing. Oh. Oh, by the way, you can still use that even if they are not knocked down, because that just means all knockdowns just stands up. I mean, you can do that for 1 survival point to encourage 1 survivor to stand up, but the Gorm is there, and well, there you have it. It's a brilliant way of getting people up, and everyone just getting just 1 armor point. Literally, some weapons. The armor is quite difficult, I think, to make, because I've just shown you some of the resources, and you need some specific stuff to get them. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's quite nice. I haven't even actually made a set. I was too busy trying to deal with other things because I've got all of these expansions to do with, and they're really hard. This one I just never bothered with because I feel it's just a little bit hard to actually deal with. On the plus side, the weapons, an early grand weapon, or how about an early, if I can just pick this one up, early shield. I mean, the Gorm can be fought on Lantern Year 1 straight away. That means you can play around with daggers, swords, axes, because of the bone weapons. But this one will give you access to grand weapons and shields early, and that's a good one to go for. Of course, don't forget some of the axes and clubs that are in this set as well. Very good. And yet again, the the items were kind of a bit large for 1.5, so it had to be trimmed down a little bit. When you actually beat the Gorm, you'll get 2 settlement locations. The Gormery, which allows you to build the weapons and armor and some of the equipment. That's right there, which is really good, by the way. And the Gorm Chemist. The Gorm Chemist is where you'll get your potions. And the potions are there. That's, well, just there. I mean, all you do is you spend 2 organs and you roll 1d10. Add 1d10 for each Gormgery innovation that you have. So that means having the first innovation allows you to roll 2 d10s, and you just get one of these. The one that you really want to try and get is the Gormite, which allows you to like really give you the best of the best. For example, the black sword, you need 1 Gormite, and it's very difficult to get Gormite unless you're facing like a level 3. Then there's a chance of getting a Gormite. Let's see. This also allows you to get more innovations for the Gormkemery innovations. So you just need any one strange resource and a Gorm brain. The Gorm brain, becomes wow, just anything really. It is a organ, if I remember correctly, because it can't be a bone. It is part of the Gorm's resource, But there's a way of getting Gorm brains as well. Yeah, and that's where you could actually keep getting more innovations out quickly, and it's crazy. But there you have it. This is all very, very simple and straightforward. First Gorm that you defeat, both of them you gain. This also comes with a settlement event card, which I would definitely not recommend if you're not fighting the Gorm. This will actually screw you over. I mean, literally. Do not use this if you're not facing the Gorm at all. I mean, you still add it to your settlement events deck, but if you draw it, just discard it and draw another one. That's all I have to say. Unless you're actually facing the Gorm, then you'll have to do this anyway. Because the thing is, when you go into the Gorm story, you have to add the Gorm climate, and every single time you will have to add the Gorm climate to the next lantern year. Every single time, and there is a way to get rid of it. It's an innovation. It's what is it? So, well, it's actually a simple one. Voice of the Brave, I think it was. I should have actually looked it up, but it's not really all that important. You could just carry on playing with it. You just don't want to roll a 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's all it is. Unless you have nothing in your resource, because what happens is all your resources will get washed away unless you don't actually have any resources, and you can just ignore that bit if you return one of the innovation cards to the innovation deck. That's it. Job done. Like I said, it's an annoying event card. Don't use it if you're not fighting the Gorm. But if you are, you have to use it. The game comes with 2 fighting arts and 2 disorders, and 1 secret fighting art. I think these are pretty interesting. I mean, let's just take a quick look at the mammoth hunting. So what it is gain +1 strength when attacking from an adjacent spaces outside of the monster's facing and blind spot. So facing from the side. That's nice, you know, +1 strength, good. And what about megalophobia? You may not depart for hunts or showdowns with monsters that occupy more than 4 spaces on the showdown board. The Gorm actually covers 9 squares. Just like the Phoenix takes up 9 squares, the Gorm also. So yeah, I mean it's all good. I mean, let's check out the secret fighting art. The immovable object. Now, how does one get this secret fighting art? Well, I'm going to tell you, it's a secret. But I can actually just tell you why it doesn't. Right, if you are on an unoccupied space, you stand firm in the face of any force. You cannot be knocked down and may ignore knock back. Right, already that's just awesome. Right. If you occupy the same space as a monster, impossible terrain tile, or another survivor, you are knocked down and suffer knockback. There you go. That's it. Brilliant. But like I said, how does one get that? Ooh, who knows? The game comes with some. Well, these are the. Oh, look at that! Strange resources. Oh, and we also have the armor set card right over here, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So the 4 strange resources, well, how does one get them? Well, you have to fight the Gorm. That's really about it. Pretty simple actually, if you ask me. Hey ho, organ, scrap, iron and organ. And I've just shown you some of the resource that you get from the Gorm, and it's a lot of organs. Right, and the Gormant armor is where you get the head, arm, body and legs. We also have the body and waist part down here. That's a little bit special. So you get +1 to all hit locations when you get the 4 armor pieces, and when you suffer, there you go, have a look. When you suffer when you suffer more than one severe injury from an attack, ignore the second severe injury. But if you have the regeneration suit, which is this one right here, all of this with that, then you get to add 2 to all hit locations. And when you suffer more than one severe injury from an attack, ignore all severe injuries after the first one. Brilliant. And it's double-sided. You've got male and female. I also wanted to actually note that you can tell which expansion comes with this one because it has this symbol right here. That's the Gorm symbol, and it has a brown banner attached to it. So all the cards will come with this, well, apart from the items, but I'm just about all of these types. The game comes with a few of the spews, and we can see we have some swords, which is the black swords. We've got the gax, yeah, got some greater gaxes, armor, got the pulse lantern. I mean, we've got quite a lot here going on. I also want to point out that we also have this one right here, which is the regeneration suit pin-up. Regeneration suit pin-up is actually something special for this expansion, as no really other expansion gives you pin-ups apart from this one, I believe, anyway. My one didn't actually come with a pin-up art card like it should have, but I'm not entirely fast. I had to actually check the box everywhere again and again and again just to make sure, but it didn't come with it. I'm not entirely fast. I mean, it's a simple model. It doesn't really do anything for the game. It's just a model. Now, a few bags of bases, and yeah, I mean, this is going to be all pretty fun. I mean, I have actually cut one out, and I mean, this is one that I created earlier with leather armor set and a greater gax as well, because the greater gax is probably one of the best axe weapons there is. Right early I actually got that, so I was quite pleased. I got, oh, I could get the greater gax, and I built that, so there you go. Before I go straight to the review, I want to go straight for this one, which is the last one, which is the innovations. Right, innovations, with this one you'll actually get +1 survival limit, and this is what you'd get. I mean, it's all really nice and all. You do add the Nigredo consequences. Nigredo, yeah, sorry. And to deal with these, costs you 1 endeavour. The second one, which is this one right here, is it? Yeah, that's right. Will cost you 2 endeavours. And oh, there's the Gorm brain, which is what I was talking about before. And then you've got the albedo consequences. Then you have the next one. This will give you some of these, and look, it's 3 3 endeavours to do, and this will give you the citrinitis consequences. Then you got the last one. Oh, by the way, that's also another survival limit. So just this gives you 2 extra survival limit. Something else to add. So rubedo, sorry, is 4. Oh, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this is the last one. So there you have it. Yeah, not as bad. I mean, then semi-useful, I guess. I rarely use them. I mean, not so bad for this one and this one, because this one gives you a dense bone and this could give you a Gorm brain, which allows you to play around with the Gorm chemist, just to give you more dice, because you need a Gorm brain to try and do a special innovate, so you could get them out quite quickly. Like I managed to do it. I mean, these two are a lot more important because of the survival limit, and getting them really helps. Last but not least, the Gorm itself. And what a horrid looking monster it is. I mean, oh my god, what is it? You can tell what the lion is. I mean, the lion is a lion. And the antelope, well, that does actually look like an antelope. The phoenix is, well, some just big giant bird. But this, what the hell is this? This is a big giant baby face elephant predator looking antlerfish creature. I mean, what is this? This is a true monster. When I actually saw this thing, I go, this is the kind of game that I want. And seriously, this thing is a real monster. I mean, wow. Oh, and yeah, it's one of its basic attacks is just to spew out. It's bile sick, and it just hurts everyone. Really, really nice. So there you have it. That was the Gorm expansion. What do I think of this? Oh yes, yes indeed. I wish I could have given you this review a lot more sooner, but I really was kind of like trying to make sure I get the entire package, as it were. I wanted to fight this again and again and again. Level 2, level 3. I mean, trying to find everything I could, but hey, I have a lot of other expansions to deal with as well. But this one is one of the best expansions I have ever seen for this game. And a lot of people actually also agree. If you don't like the monster, then just don't get the expansion. That's it. Just don't get the expansion. I mean, if you know you're not going to use it a lot, all it's going to give you is 2 fighting arts and 2 disorders. The settlement event, just not bother if you're not going to face the Gorm, and that's it. That's all it's giving you, just those 4 cards. But otherwise, this is a very, very good fight. I mean, and can be quite dangerous as well, even at the beginning levels. But the beginning levels aren't as bad. Level 2, however, seems to be a little bit harsher because you have a specific kind of story event, and it's like no matter what you do, well, your survivors are going to get like hurt, damage, with permanent negative like strength or something like that. I mean, I can't quite remember absolutely off by heart, but that seems like more of a shame. Level 3 is just wow. The easiest way to deal with a level 3 is to make sure you have the inner lantern, so it gives you surge, and try and knock it down. And the easiest way to knock it down is, well, with one of its specific items, which is a very good item, by the way. Yeah, so I really, really like this one. This is a good thumbs up for me. I would highly recommend getting this one. So let's give it a rating score. Oh, this is a very good one. I mean, the armor is a little bit could have been just a little bit better, but it's kind of annoying and hard to make. So this is a 9 out of 10. This is definitely a 9 out of 10. I love it so much. It's amazing. It's brilliant. It's awesome. Low gear and high gear as well. Because of that black sword is a high gear. Some of the low gear is like normal gax, a dagger as well. But having the great gax, that's more like a mid-game weapon. So yeah, awesome, brilliant. Get it? I love it. Awesome. Thank you very much. Until next time. Bye.